G'day guys and welcome back to AdosTheGreat YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video, I will be giving you my predictions for round 20 of the AFL season. That's right, 20 rounds already. That is crazy. But before we go to round 20, let's review round 19, starting with the Friday night game. I went the Bulldogs by 25. They ended up winning by 41. Got to get that right. 41 points. So a big win there for the Dogs. If you've tipped them by 39 or 1 to 39, that's got to hurt. But good start. And then I tipped the Tigers to beat Hawthorn. Now, Hawthorn were very good in this game up until the last quarter, where Richmond just made a crazy comeback. Richmond got the win there. I got the tip. We move on. Next up, I took Carlton to beat West Coast. I said I thought they'd win by about 50. Look, they won by 71 points. It was 59 to 2 or something at quarter time. And I thought, here we go. We're going to get tailed up by 200 points here. So realistically, I was pretty happy with how the Eagles finished this game. Could have gotten bloody ugly, that's for sure. And don't get me wrong, never happy with a 71-point loss, ever. But it could have been a lot worse, so I'll give them credit for that. Next up, we took the Lions at the Gabba. They came home with the goods by 11. You'll love to see that. At Optus Stadium, I thought Fremantle would be too good for the Swans, but Sydney want to try and keep some hope of finals alive. They got a good 29-point win there. Next up, I thought Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide, they can get the job done here. They can get a good win. Unfortunately, they lost at the buzzer or thereabouts. Shout out to Collingwood. Collingwood played outstanding. But I thought you've got to give Port Adelaide credit. I thought they were actually pretty good in this game. So credit to Collingwood, though. They are well and truly the minor premiers now, in my opinion. I don't think anybody catches them now. Credit to the Pies. They were way too good. All right, then we finished with 3 in a row. I took the Giants to beat the Suns. And I was a little bit disappointed because the Giants won by 40. I thought the Suns would be more competitive in this one. Wasn't to be. Giants are coming right at the right time. Now, the Suns are doing something similar to last year. They were in it last season. They were, and then they just fell apart close to the end. Similar thing this year, but the Giants are currently sitting in 7th, technically tied with 5th. Crazy stuff there. Giants, finals. I think they'll make finals this year. I really do. Good win there for them in Canberra. D's get a win over the Crows. To be fair, I think the Crows are outstanding in this game, and I think they're going to take a lot of confidence from that game. And then the Saints get up in a relatively close game against North Melbourne. So 7 from 9, definitely not bad there. Look, if we can get a perfect round, that would be amazing, but I just don't see it happening now. We move on to round 20, though, and I'll give you my tips. Now, I think this one is going to be one of the games of the round. Collingwood against Carlton, I think is going to be a lot closer than what people think. I'm going to tip Collingwood, but I'm only going to go by 11 points. I think Collingwood will struggle in this game, and I think Carlton will play extremely well. So that is my tip there. I am taking the Pies, but I wouldn't be surprised if Carlton caused an upset or got close to it. Geelong and Fremantle at GMHBA, I think Geelong are going to put 60 on Freo. I really do. I think Freo, they're going to struggle in this game. I see Geelong kicking a lot of goals. Next up, Western Bulldogs should get a win here against the Giants. But with the Giants' recent string of form, it definitely could go either way. Now, I am going to stick with the Dogs here, but I would not be surprised if the Giants won this one. Next up, I think Lions absolutely kill the Suns. I think the Suns season is well and truly over. And the Lions, I think, will... Well, if they get a good win here and Port Adelaide lose, they can move up to second. Well, they will move up to second. So, it's crazy to think. It is crazy to think. Essendon and Sydney... This game, it could go either way, really could. I am going to stick with the favourites here and tip Essendon, but I wouldn't be surprised if Sydney caused an upset. Then we've got Adelaide against Port Adelaide. I'm going to go the upset here. I think Adelaide, from that game against Melbourne in Melbourne, are going to come out of that with a world of confidence. I reckon they beat Port Adelaide here. I think it'll be a very close game. I think there'll be maybe 1 to 2 goals in it. I'm backing the Crows there. I think they'll get a good win. Next up, we've got the Hawks against the Saints. Now, because it's at Marvel, I am going to take the Saints in this one. But this is definitely a game that I think the Hawks could win. Now, the Saints need to win this game if they want to solidify themselves as a top 8 side, with all the teams like Carlton, Richmond, Essendon, and the Swans. Well, they won't make the 8 if they... but at least, these sort of teams... They need to win, because they can definitely see themselves as far as 11th if they lose this game. So I think they'll be desperate to win this one, so I am going to tip the Saints. This one, I think, is another one that could go either way, and Richmond could see themselves back in the top 8 with a win here, but I do think Melbourne do get the job done. And then finally, West Coast, North Melbourne. I'm going to tip my boys in this one. I do think West Coast can finally win a game. It's been a hell of a long time. I think round 2 was the last time we won. Look, we still will be on the bottom of the ladder, but I do think we win this one. At Optus, I reckon it's going to be nearly sold out. West Coast win, and in my opinion, win, I reckon, at least 18. All right, so Collingwood 1 to 39, Geelong 40 plus. Bulldogs 1 to 39, Lions 40 plus, Essendon 1 to 39, Crows 1 to 39, Saints 1 to 39, Demons 1 to 39, and West Coast Eagles 1 to 39. Let me know who you're tipping down below in the comments, guys. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And as always, my friends, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.